the Fresno Focus Radio Hour. This is the No Focus Radio Hour. Comedy and insight from the greatest minds in Fresno. A Lightomine Media production.
That's right. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the number one independent podcast in the Central Valley. Thank you for listening, and thank you for telling a friend. The No Focus Radio Hour is available anywhere podcasts can be found, including YouTube, Rumble, and your home smart speakers. Please remember to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others discover our show. And while you are reviewing, keep in mind that 5 stars is the correct number of stars. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your friends. But if you hate it, share it with your enemies. Check out our site, nofocusradio.com, for exclusive content. You can find other podcasts like Pardon the Intermission. You can vote on some polls. Find us on social media. Our handle is at nofocusradio. You can find the rest of our stuff at lightominemedia.com.
I can't be with you, you know it's true. And you know just what I got to do. Gonna hit the ground running, running to my favorite podcast. Gonna hit the ground running, running to my favorite city, Fresno. Woo! Yeah.
That sounds good.
Wow. Really good.
What'd you think?
What'd you think?
It was good, but...
Uh-oh.
A little off tune?
But...
Oh, no. This is the No Focus Radio Hour, the number one independent podcast in the Central Valley. It's made for those who live in the Central Valley, those who miss the Central Valley, those who long to live in the Central Valley, and for those who...
like to be on their phones while driving in the Central Valley.
Classic. That's very classic.
Yeah.
So we have our...
Not as good as our missing... beautiful person, though.
No.
He always he nails them every time.
Every time,
Yeah.
man. Marty, what do you think he does? You think he thinks about those in advance?
Sometimes I don't know. I see him over here writing when we're starting the show. I think it just at the last minute it comes. Yeah, he's just a genius. He's what he's doing in the Central Valley genius.
Have nothing to say. I would just be like,
Yeah.
Anyways, today we have with us our beautiful cast of characters. We have with us, as always, I don't know if he's ever missed a show. I guess he's missed a couple, but very few. We have with us the Doorman.
I think the only time I missed a show was when we had the McRib special. After that, it took us all out.
The famous McRib COVID special.
Yeah.
That's right, when McDonald's gave us all
Who bought
COVID.
those? Do you remember who's the one that brought those? I know it wasn't me. I didn't buy them. You didn't buy them. Who brought those in for us to eat? Was it
me or Dawn? I forget. Might have been Dawn.
I think it was either Dawn or Stu.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was.
Yeah, they were trying to take us out.
I brought in McDonald's breakfast, but I don't think I brought the McRib.
No, the breakfast is fine, but the McRib, I'll never eat that again.
Yeah, that was special. Yikes.
And we also have on the other side of the board the man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only, Johnny Knobs.
Hey! Ladies and gentlemen, Fresnans and Patriots across the great nation, welcome to the No Focus Radio Hour. I am one of your hosts, Johnny Knobs, broadcasting live from the vibrant city of Fresno, California. It is an honor to have you join us in this journey of truth, liberty, and unfiltered commentary, bringing you the fusion of comedy and insight. Now, you may be wondering why we chose the name, the No Focus Radio Hour. Well, my friends, it's a bold statement, a rebellion against the conventional norms of the media landscape. While others obsess over their talking points and agendas, we at the No Focus Radio Hour march to the beat of our own drum. We believe in cutting through the noise and delivering the unvarnished truth unapologetically and without compromise. Fresno, a city pulsating with energy, serving as our backdrop for this exhilarating broadcast, nestled in the heart of California, where the spirit of individualism still burns bright in a dark city. We gather here to champion the conservative and libertarian values that have made this nation exceptional. My friends, in this unprecedented time, it is crucial that we have a voice that challenges the prevailing narratives, exposes the hypocrisy, and defends the timeless principles that have shaped the fabric of our great country. That is what the No Focus Radio Hour is all about. Each day we will dive deep into the issues that matter most to you. The hardworking men and women who make this country thrive. From the battle of freedom of speech to the protection of our cherished rights, we will dissect the news, offer insightful analysis, and expose the hidden agendas that threaten our way of life. But it's not all serious business here. We also have our fair share of laughter, entertainment, and thought-provoking stories. After all, a strong movement is built on unity, camaraderie, and a shared sense of purpose. So my friends, whether you're joining from the heart of Fresno or tuning in from coast to coast, get ready for a radio experience like no other. The No Focus Radio Hour is a sanctuary for truth seekers, a beacon of light amidst the cacophony of misinformation. Together we will reclaim the narrative, empower the voiceless, and reaffirm the values that have made this the greatest city on earth. Fasten your seatbelts, my friends, because this is just the beginning. Prepare yourselves for an unyielding journey into the heart of Fresno of the Central Valley. Welcome to the No Focus Radio Hour, where we stand united, focused on our mission, and determined to make a difference. Stay tuned, America, because our voice is about to get louder than ever before. We bring you our very special guest, Miss Amelia the Doorman.
Oh, there we go. The little Miss Lucy.
Little Miss Lucy, welcome.
That she wanted to be called. Yeah, we have a special guest today, folks.
Welcome to the show.
We are missing a couple of our beautiful members,
right.
but we did substitute here with the expert.
That's right.
The expert in all fields. And she wants to be known as Little Miss Lucy.
Little Miss Lucy.
Yeah. Where did you get that? That thing was, I didn't think it was ever going to end. Where did you get? Is that ChatGPT?
No, I spent some time.
Did you write that?
Spent a little bit of time. What I did was I went and I read some old Rush Limbaugh.
Are you serious?
And I thought, how can I rewrite it to be about Fresno? So
that is cool. Actually, it was very cool. Very cool.
It's very Fresno. So
is that going to be? Is that going to be to every show now?
No, it's too long.
I was going to say I'll just show up about 10 minutes later, and then then I'll come into the show.
That's funny. Very long.
No, that is very good though. It sounded very good.
It's very over the top. Because in real life, we just like to have some fun.
I like that. I don't know if that Iwo Jima song is from the halls of Montezuma.
Yes, I should have had some music behind
to the shores of Tripoli. I don't know. It's the first one that came to mind, though.
It's a good one.
But we need like the background music.
Yes,
you need to have some kind of patriotic.
Waving the Fresno flag.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the background music. So,
we do have a very special guest.
Yes, very special guest. How are you doing, Little Miss Lucy?
Good.
And why did you want to be called Little Miss Lucy?
Because of my favorite TV show.
It's your favorite TV show.
Yeah.
You could ask her anything about, I think I've said it on the show before, you could ask her anything about the TV show I Love Lucy. She has seen every episode.
Have you watched it all?
Yeah.
I love that.
And you probably know anything about any episode.
I keep watching it and watching it and watching it.
Yeah.
Every day.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. Ooh, that's like a magic sound.
That's I Love Lucy.
Yes, it's coming out of the wrong speaker, though, so the audience couldn't hear it. Let's try that again. 1 second here. Oh.
There we go.
Little Miss Lucy, welcome to the show. So
Yes.
your favorite show is I Love Lucy, is that correct?
Yes.
I love that. When I was a kid, I watched I Love Lucy all the time.
Yeah.
I was sick a lot as a child, so I was stuck at home. And the shows that were on were The Price is Right.
Yes.
Matlock. I Love Lucy. And The Brady Bunch. So I watched so much I Love Lucy. Do you have a favorite episode?
I like the episode where she dresses up as Superman.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So that one was for little Ricky, right? For his birthday party?
Yes.
Yeah. And she, what did she do?
She climbs off
The ledge?
Yeah.
Outside, and she was going to pop in the window like Superman,
but
huh?
then Superman
What happened?
came.
But the real Ricky brought the real Superman, the real actor. Who was the real actor back
George
then?
Reeves.
George Reeves, that's right. Yeah,
George Reeves comes on and actually is a guest star as Superman. I forget, he comes on as Superman.
Yeah, he
right?
comes dressed up as Superman, yeah.
But he's not like playing George Reeves as Superman. Does he come on as Superman?
I think he comes on as Superman. Huh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good. And then what happened? Then Lucy gets stuck on the ledge, right? And everybody forgets about her.
A lot of pigeons come.
And then all the pigeons are coming. She's out there so long.
She's stuck because the girl locked the thing.
And then they lock the window, and she can't get back in. Right.
So I Love Lucy. It's a timeless show, which I think is cool because people from 100 years ago, I forget when this show aired. I don't know, 57. So I don't know.
Oh, we're looking at a picture right now.
There it is. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a picture from the
So
from that episode of Lucy
Pigeon
outside
stuck
the
on her
window.
head there.
Yeah. She was definitely Lucille Ball was definitely a trailblazer.
Oh, she was incredible.
Yeah,
Really was incredible.
and to think what she did at the time. I mean, not only did they have the show, right? Her and Desi, they had the show, but then they started a production company, which she actually ended up running after they got divorced, and then she ended up running the whole company herself.
Oh yeah.
Plus still producing shows and being on shows and acting in shows. I mean, amazing.
Yeah, and also, I don't know if you know this. I'm going to talk to little Miss Lucy here. The guy, Desi Arnaz, who played Ricky Ricardo, he created, so most of how we watch television was stuff that he created. In fact, when you are filming in a TV studio, you always have 3 cameras, and they cross-shoot. He invented the soundstage with the 3 camera shoot.
Yeah.
Before that, we didn't have that. We had 1 camera that would kind of pan and move, and he figured out that if you kind of cross-shoot, he created so many incredible things.
I think the reason too was because they were in L.A. They were trying to figure out how to. Back then, you would broadcast live, and then I think what it is he was like, well, if you could just film it,
right,
and then if you could, and then use those cameras, and then you could essentially, he essentially did a couple of things. One, he was able to do that and then show it where they didn't have to be live for New York, right? They had the film, they could just put the film on,
yes.
And then also edit the episode, and then also that brought in syndication because they actually had.
Yes, he created syndication.
Yeah.
That was his own thing. Also, I believe he created, wasn't Mission Impossible was a show that he created. He just did
Did he create that?
Yeah, he did so many things.
Well, also, I don't know if he was involved with the studio at that time. What was it called? What was the studio called?
Desilu.
Desilu's Productions, that's right.
Yep.
And but they also greenlit Star Trek too.
Yes.
Nobody picked it up, and they actually did. So that's become, and many other shows. I mean, there's a ton of shows that we all know by name, and they were involved with Desilu Productions.
There's a quote that I've read a lot when I was studying film that says, television was invented in the 20s. TV was invented by Desi Arnaz.
Wow.
I think is pretty
amazing.
cool. Really cool guy. So anyways, I like that you like Lucy.
So what are some of the other things you like Lucy? I mean, about the show and... I
like how she always gets in trouble.
She always gets in trouble, huh? Yeah. And you say sometimes Daddy is a little bit like Ricky, huh?
Yep. Mom wants something and you say no.
Yeah, no money. We have no money, huh? Yeah, but she always gets in Lucy gets in some crazy episodes. I think one of my favorite is a classic. Everybody knows it is the one where she's in the vat of, she's doing the grapes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, when she's squishing the grapes and they get all, huh? Do you like that one?
I love that episode.
Yeah, that's a great one.
But it's kind of gross.
With all the grapes.
Would you ever drink the juice that somebody...
No.
You wouldn't drink
Squish
that?
with their feet?
No. It's gross.
There's this great episode. There's a show called Monk. It's a great... Have you ever seen Monk?
I know of it.
Okay.
I've never watched it.
It's a show you might actually like. I think you might like it. It's about a detective, but he has OCD, and he's a germaphobe. There's this episode where he goes to a winery, and he's solving a crime, and he gets this wine, and he loves the wine. And then... he finds out that it's the wine that they mashed with their feet.
Ew.
And he's freaking out.
He has a full panic attack.
He doesn't like germs.
I drink foot wine, and he's freaking out about the foot wine. It is so funny.
But that's how they made it.
Yeah.
That's gross.
That's how they used to make wine. Yeah, they would have to squish it with their feet. That's the only way,
Yeah, you're allowed to have 2 toes per jug of wine.
Yeah, like we were talking from last episode. Well, here's the deal too. We've watched it so many times now and then we've watched YouTube videos and we've watched specials, right? We know a lot of we know a lot of history about the show, but you can actually pick out where they mess up, huh? Where they're kind of ad-libbing, like where they get off script.
And if they have something weird, you could see it.
Yeah, like something in the background. Like sometimes you can see the boom mic, or you can see different things, or
And like someone like carrying something.
Oh yeah, one time was it by a window?
Yeah.
And you saw somebody just like in the background.
Like in the restaurant.
Oh, you just saw somebody carrying.
He spilled all over John Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you watch Lucy? Is it on TV?
It's on Paramount Plus or Hulu. I think it went off of Hulu.
Paramount Plus would have Hulu would have limited episodes, but
Gotcha.
Paramount
Plus has new episodes.
all the episodes, huh? Because remember we were watching it, and it's so funny. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I've never seen this one." Like she had watched the ones on Hulu, over and over and over, and then we went to Paramount, and there were like episodes you've never seen.
But now I watched them all.
But now you got them all, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus. Oh, I think I might have that free with my Walmart subscription.
Paramount Plus?
Yeah, something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
you should check it out.
Maybe I have Peacock or I don't know.
It's amazing. I mean, the chemistry between all of them, and it's funny the backstory that Fred and Ethel, the actors, did not like each other at all. They used to fight all the time. They hated each other. And then Lucy had in another show you watched. Was it called the Lucille Ball Show?
Oh yeah.
The one in color when she was with, and her and Ethel were on.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's on Hulu anymore.
No.
It was on Hulu, but now we have to go
Now it's
to
on
now we have to go to
Paramount,
no.
Netflix, or one of the
No.
others. One of the other
A
streamers.
DVD store.
Oh yeah. We go to Mad Monks and she'll pick
now-
out episodes
Yeah, now it's
on DVD.
It's not on Hulu anymore.
Yeah. But that one was interesting because they're playing. When I was a kid, I always thought, wait, isn't this Lucy? But then it ended up being, it wasn't Lucy. It was like she's playing a different character, but Ethel's on there, but Ethel's a different,
Different person, right.
And there's no little Ricky. It's like they have different kids. It's like, wait, what's going on here?
Interesting.
As a kid, it's like, what's going on?
Maybe Ricky took the kids.
No, what happened is that she's playing a whole new character. You silly girl. She's being silly.
There is a before the I Love Lucy show.
Yes.
It was a radio show.
Yes.
Called Let's Talk to Lucy. And they had taken those off air. You couldn't find them. They've recently re-released them as a podcast. So you can actually listen to Let's Talk to Lucy, the old radio show at this point.
That's what that's what they got the show from.
Yeah.
And at the time though, it was a different actor playing her husband. And so for her and Desi to spend more time together, because their careers were literally taking them apart. They were in different places and they were so busy that they decided to do the show together. And back in those days, they go, well, I don't know, will people like the show with, because Ricky had a heavy accent and all that, and but I mean, the thing was a hit right out of the gate. People loved
Spanish.
it. Yeah, he speaks Spanish.
Espanol.
Because they had a different actor that played the husband. So I think this was a carryover, and maybe they thought two people would have a problem with, because, well, wait a minute, wasn't one guy her husband, now somebody else is her husband? But anyway, they did that so that they could spend more time together, which I probably initially tore them apart, because they spent too much time together and they were working too hard with their production company.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Besides the Superman episode, is there any other episode that you like also?
I like the one where all of Ricky's family came over and Lucy didn't know anything.
Oh, they didn't know how to communicate with him, huh? Yeah.
And she accidentally called his
it was his uncle, right? She kept doing stuff to his uncle, like she spilled something on his white suit, and she smashed his cigars.
Yeah.
But then
and he got all mad at her. But then little Ricky and Ricky played a show.
Yeah.
At the club.
Yeah.
But not. Yeah.
Yeah, and then everything was okay. They were friends again and stuff. Well, that's the thing. The funny thing about with Lucy is that she was always trying to get into the show, right? That was a big premise for a long time, right? She's always trying to get into entertainment into his show, and then she would get in there and she'd do like amazing. And you think
even though she was like messing up or something.
But you would think it's like, Ricky, why aren't you putting her in her? She's gold, right?
Every single time.
But then the next episode, she's trying to get back in again.
Sometimes you could see her make a mistake. Like if she's laughing, you could see her tummy. And you can see a lot of mistakes.
You can see them when they're like actually like they're not supposed to. You know what I mean? When they're actually cracking up, like having a real moment.
She made a mistake, like when someone called her, she accidentally said something wrong.
Oh yeah,
but they didn't reshoot it.
Well, no, yeah. I think they just left it in because it worked.
It was in the new episode, and Ricky reacted to it. He was like, "What?"
Yeah,
that's great.
That's great. Yeah, we watch a lot of Lucy.
Yeah, and I really like the new episodes.
And another one too that you were mentioning, Max, that she likes is Friends.
Oh, Friends! You're a fan of Friends?
My
to your chagrin.
And
my wife, I know.
There's a new show I watched called Katie and Alexa.
Katie and Alexa. That's a newer one though.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That one's on. What is that on?
Netflix.
Disney? Netflix?
And
Okay.
The Babysitters is on Netflix.
Oh, the
too.
Babysitters Club.
I like
Oh,
that
boy.
show.
Interesting. I don't know about this show. Katie and Alexa and Katie.
Yeah,
Alexa and Katie,
It's about
not
two
Katie,
friends, and I
Alexa.
think one of them had cancer, and then
Yeah.
they kind of get through it together. And
Oh, because we said the A word, and we have one of those in the garage.
oh,
Yeah. Alexa, stop. There we go.
yeah,
We'll call
a smart
call it-
speaker.
We'll call it Madame A. Madame
Yeah,
A and
yeah.
Katie. Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah,
Interesting.
so those are some interesting shows that you're watching, huh?
Yeah.
Keeping up with.
Interesting. You know, I've been watching a show called Better Call Saul.
Oh yeah,
Heck of a show. I don't know if you'd like it.
they're probably a little out of.
A little bit.
I think Daddy would have to say no on that one.
I'm not. It might be less shocking than Friends.
It's good. Yeah, there are some stuff in Friends where like, oh, that's what's funny is that you'll watch stuff like I remember we thought, oh, you know what? A funny movie for her to watch would be Dodgeball. Let's watch Dodgeball.
Oh, and then you
I
watch
started
it.
watching it with her, and I'm like, oh, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
One of the
Right?
things that happened with my
I
parents.
forgot. I just completely forgot.
My parents, we remember watching Little Miss Sunshine, thinking it was like hilarious, and
Yeah.
so they watched it with my nieces, and they forgot just how it's actually very vulgar.
Mm.
There's a lot of bad language, and there's a lot of pretty intense stuff. And they're like, "Oh my gosh!" They're like, "We don't remember any of that."
Yeah.
That's just so funny.
Well,
Just-
heck, I remember watching. I think it was the TV version, so they cut a lot of stuff out. But
Sure.
of Caddyshack, I remember with my
yeah.
grandparents, and we were just cracking up. But there's a lot of adult stuff still left
course.
in that. But it was the TV cut
Yes, you
version
did
back
remember-
then.
exactly.
Yeah, that was when I was about like 10 years old, maybe 9 or 10.
right?
Yeah.
And the TV cuts, they made it for kids. It was
Well,
kid-friendly.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It was more TV friendly for
Yes,
sure. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah,
safe. It
But
was
you do
kid
forget.
safe.
You do forget.
Just pretty
That would be
funny.
pretty cool to have some TV versions, maybe, of releases, so you could know that they're safe at least.
Yeah, there is what's that? I always get ads for this. It's like movies edited for families or something. Have you seen that? Have you seen those ads? Vid Angel, have you seen this?
No,
It's called Vid Angel. I don't really know honestly how this works.
Okay.
But the way it somehow does is you can watch you connect to your streaming services.
Okay.
And then you can choose what you don't want to see in the
Ah.
show. And then you watch, and it will actually filter those things out.
Oh, so you can actually watch anything and
You
it'll
can
filter it
watch
out.
anything. You can filter out profanity. You can even choose which words, racial slurs, graphic violence, immodesty
The
is a
F
good way
word
of
it
saying
says there.
it.
Yeah, all kinds of
You can
stuff.
choose, and then you can watch anything, and it filters. It's not everything, but they've gone through the majority of things, and they have figured out, so they have a whole team of people. It's $9.99 per month.
Okay.
And they offer profanity, blasphemy, offensive language, bigotry, sexual innuendo, foul language, video filters for nudity, graphic or non-graphic violence, gore, disturbing scenes. And
That's
you can
interesting.
connect to Netflix, Prime, Apple TV, Amazon add-ons such as Showtime, Stars, PBS, Masterpiece, BritBox, AMC, Paramount Plus. They also have some other direct things with Angel Studios. They have 15,000 plus movies and TV shows, and they try to stay on top of things. So I think that's kind of actually a really cool
So
idea.
they kind of pre-edit them for these with probably with certain filters on them, and then so basically it's not like they're doing it as you're watching it,
they're
but
pre-edited.
They're pre-edited.
So I mean,
Wow.
you can go in and watch Breaking Bad with your child and be totally
We could watch Better Call Saul, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
you were talking about that. So you're is it pretty good? I've heard a lot about it.
I love Better Call Saul.
Really?
First of all, I loved Breaking Bad. I watched
Okay.
Breaking Bad a number.
Like I've never seen it.
Oh, it's so good. But Better Call Saul is it's really good. The acting's phenomenal. The writing's fantastic. It's a really good show. I mean, my wife hasn't been watching it with me, but she'll just tune in if I'm like watching it late at night or whatever. She'll just like sit down and she'll even watch like a 20-minute segment and she'll be like, "Wow, that was really good."
Oh, wow.
Just because even just the acting, everything's so good about it. It's definitely worth watching.
And you were saying earlier you don't have to necessarily watch Breaking Bad to catch. It probably connects it in with the characters more,
It connects more, but because it's a prequel, technically you can watch it beforehand. So which is kind of cool. Now it is fun having watched Breaking Bad and being like, oh, that's how this happened. Right?
Yeah.
So, however, if you watch this first, then when you watch Breaking Bad, it will just be like a continuation. So
interesting.
It's a good show. I'm a big fan of.
We just got done watching Beef. Just my wife and I.
Okay,
it's
how's
very
that?
adult. Beef on Netflix.
Yeah,
it's really good actually. It's amazing because it starts off as this. It's a 10 episode. I think it's 10 episode mini series. Or I don't even know what they call them anymore. Series, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
And it starts off with basically these two people end up having in the very beginning having this road rage incident.
Okay.
And then it's like from that point on, they become connected because they just won't let it go.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? They just keep upping the game on each other, and then it takes some crazy twist.
Yeah.
It is very interesting. I would say definitely give it a watch.
The preview did not look good to me. So,
Really?
Yeah. But I've now heard a couple people tell me it's good. So
I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was very entertaining. Like I said, it had some twists in it that you didn't expect. You thought, okay, it's going to go this way, and then like, oh, wait a minute, they're taking another turn here. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. That's what made it interesting. And the acting is really good. I don't know the main actors. They're really really good.
Okay.
So I'd definitely give it a
Beef.
Yeah.
All right. I'll check that out.
What was that?
Dirty Dancing. What about that?
Which one?
Dirty Dancing.
Oh, go ahead. She wants to talk about something.
let's talk about this.
Yeah, let's talk. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
You've been watching. Tell me. Sorry. What was the movie you just said you watched?
Dirty Dancing.
Whoa.
Dirty Dancing.
How old are you?
Wait a minute.
Time out. Who are your parents?
Now I've had the time of my
So you've been watching Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has. Mom had her watch Dirty Dancing.
What'd you think about that? You like that?
Yeah, I keep watching it over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, you know who she's going to date when she gets older? Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny, the rebel.
No.
No?
Do you ever put baby in a corner? Is that from Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm like, I think I remember that. So what do you like about Dirty Dancing? You a big Patrick Swayze fan, or you like the dancing? What do you like?
What's your favorite part?
I don't know.
She just likes it all.
What's your favorite what's your favorite part?
My favorite part?
The doorman.
I don't. John the doorman. I don't know. I mean, I think Dirty Dancing is okay. It's not my favorite movie. I'm kind of just in and out of the room at that point.
Yeah.
You know, her and mom are watching it.
Now, did you know about this?
There are some parts that mom skips through, though.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So she does her own VidAngel.
I love
the
it.
old school with the remote control.
Do you know? Here's a lesson for everybody.
Yes.
Here's a lesson.
Oh,
for
we
you.
talked about this, huh?
Yeah, it's a lesson about being comfortable with who you are when you were born. See, the lady Jennifer Grey in Dirty Dancing, she was famous. She got famous in Dirty Dancing, and then she had a nose job.
And in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah. Oh, is she in Ferris?
Yeah, she plays the sister.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah. She has her and Charlie Sheen have that
Thank
scene.
you. I didn't realize that. And then she had a nose job because she wanted to look better. And then she
didn't like her nose.
Then she didn't have a career anymore.
Yeah.
Baby was the girl in Friends too. She
In Friends?
Was she in Friends?
Yeah.
See, she would know. I don't know. She knows all about the Friends stuff. But yeah, she changed her nose surgically.
Yeah.
Because she didn't like it. But yeah, it's funny because my wife and I were.
Yeah, that was her.
There she is.
Yep.
My wife and I were talking about it, with a different nose.
Yeah.
My wife and I are talking about that, and we were talking about how we thought she looked better with her other nose. You know, it made her more distinct.
That was it. That's the thing. She ended up I think people don't realize is that
your features are what make you look unique.
Unique. If you end up looking like everybody else in Hollywood, then you're just like everybody else in Hollywood.
Yeah. So you're a dime a dozen at that point.
Exactly. So I think it really it helps to have a little bit of a. I mean, sometimes I think about certain actors, and I'm like, why haven't they eliminated that thing on their face or whatever? I'm like, well, because it's their kind of their trademark.
Well, like Cindy Crawford had the mole.
Exactly.
And, there's a lot of actresses that have certain characteristics. Actors too. And like what's his name? Owen Wilson. He's got that crooked nose.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just like everybody has these distinct, unique features.
100%.
Yeah, and that's what makes them unique.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing.
You are beautiful, no matter.
Yeah, like certain people have Johnny Depp and his rotten teeth. Like that's what makes him Johnny Depp. You know,
he didn't always have rotten teeth.
Oh man, he has terrible teeth.
Does he really?
Have you not seen his teeth?
I've never. Well, with Captain Jack, they just had him like it was just all messed up. Right?
Those were his real teeth.
for Captain
Dude,
Jack.
I'm not. His real teeth are worse. Have you not seen his teeth?
No.
Dude.
Well, at least the guy's not perfect. That's good.
Dude, look at.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Those teeth.
Look at those teeth.
Ew.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's too much wine. He's drinking too much.
All the money in the world, and he has.
Well, what about when he was younger?
He needs to go to the dentist.
Yeah, he needs more than that. Look at that.
Oh,
Ew, that's even gross.
You know who that guy is, right? He played Captain Jack.
Yeah.
In Pirates of the Caribbean.
Look at it.
Ew.
He also played in. He was Edward Scissorhands. She's seen that one.
Oh
Stop
yeah.
showing us those pictures.
They're so good, huh?
You're grossing her out.
We're about to go somewhere right now to eat.
Oh, we got to go somewhere and eat. Oh, I can't eat now.
Oh my
I'm glad you
gosh.
didn't. I'm glad you didn't hear our other show about bugs.
Ew.
Yeah, he has terrible teeth.
Ew. Stop showing us those
Sorry,
pictures.
I apologize.
Maybe he's method acting. Maybe for Captain
Yeah,
Jack.
see, that's his real teeth, man.
Wow.
What about that little red thing right there?
Yeah, that's what he did for that show, and then he just kept it for that show, whatever it was, a movie.
For Captain Jack or
What's
something?
that little red thing right there?
I mean, he put a diamond or something on his tooth.
Yeah. Sometimes they put when your teeth are getting deteriorated, they'll put like gold or silver around it. Like
No,
you got
that
gold.
little red thing.
Yeah, I don't know what the red thing is.
Yeah, it's what happens when you're Johnny Depp's teeth.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's worth a lot of money. When you got a lot of money, you could do. Maybe that's why he has a lot of money. He doesn't fix his teeth. I don't know.
It's really.
Dentists are pretty expensive.
He doesn't want to waste
I mean,
his
that's when
money
he was
on
young.
everything.
He had bad teeth even when he was young. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
He's got.
Well, you know, some people just do. Some people just have teeth that are just,
Well, yeah, but if you're worth this much money, why wouldn't you fix your? I guess the point is that is his distinguishing. People love his bad teeth.
Yeah.
People are like,
it's the rebel.
He's so good looking. I love his rotten
He's the
teeth.
rebel.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love the rotten teeth.
Yeah.
Golly.
So is there any other movies? We'll see. Anything else you've been watching before we move on here? We watched Dirty Dancing. Anything else you watch over and over and over again?
Let's see.
Movies? I'm trying to think.
There's this show remember that we were watching with Noelle in it?
Oh, you're that Pitch Perfect?
Yeah, I like
Pitch
that
Perfect.
show.
You like that one too?
Yeah.
The girls singing.
Yeah.
I tell you the truth, I still haven't seen that. You guys were watching it. I wasn't.
There's a couple
wasn't
of
in
those
there.
now, huh?
There's like 2 or 3 of those Pitch Perfect.
I think the second one you have to get as a DVD because you have to rent it.
Oh, it's not available on streaming.
You can't get that yet, huh? Interesting.
Yeah.
You got to be careful when they get you hooked on these movies, and then they say like, "Or the worst is TV shows." You're like, "Watch season 1."
Oh, yeah.
Watch season 2, and then season 3 you got to pay for it.
Well, there was one. Well, there was one we were watching, and I'm not going to say for me it wasn't the greatest, but we enjoyed it together. I like shows that we can enjoy together.
Of
and
course.
It was that National Treasure on Disney Plus. They
okay.
redid it.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a
I like
TV
that
show.
one.
Yeah.
But it did have the one guy in it from the movies, but it didn't have what's his face?
Nicolas
Cage. He wasn't in it. They referenced him, but they didn't have him in it. But yeah, it was a good show for us to sit around, kind of an adventure show.
Yeah.
But I hear they canceled it now. Because they're canceling a bunch of stuff.
Streaming
Disney,
is killing me. Everybody,
they're
it's killing
hurting.
them. They're just hemorrhaging money on streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, but you like that show, right? That National Treasure.
I also like Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger
Oh,
Things.
I like that. My
but we
niece
explained
too,
to her
yeah.
it's not real.
Of course.
Vecna, that scary
Not
guy.
a real thing. Are you excited for the last season?
They're not.
Yeah.
But the writers' strike, right?
I know. Well, everything's I know.
And I saw it took 8 hours for them to do the makeup on Vecna.
Wow.
Yeah, we were watching a
8
special
hours.
on that, huh? How they
Took
did
a
it.
long
The
time.
actor. Yeah, there's a lot of adult stuff in there. We skipped through some stuff too.
Yeah.
On that one when we were watching it for her because we had already seen it and then you wanted to see it.
I like the part where everyone gets crooked.
Oh man, where everybody gets bent up. Oh, that's the scary part.
No.
You like the guy? What was his name? Eddie, the rock guy with the long
don't
hair.
like that one.
You don't like that guy? No.
I like Nancy.
You like 11 though. You wish you could be 11.
Nah.
Nah, you don't
I
want to
like
be 11.
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy, she's a good character, huh?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't really have special powers, but she does a lot.
Yeah.
Because she's a reporter and she gets to the truth and helps people out. Yeah.
So
she's a good-
think about this. writer's strike is all I need to do is go to Bard, which is like Google's chat GPT thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say, pretend you are a TV writer. Write me a new episode of Stranger Things. And they're going to write me an episode. Episode 9, The Battle of Hawkins.
Really? It says that already?
Oh, that's what it says. The episode opens with a scene of the Mind Flayer, a powerful creature from the Upside Down, watching over Hawkins, Indiana. The Mind Flayer is planning its next move, and it knows that the only thing standing in its way is a group of teenagers. The episode then cuts to the teenagers who are still reeling from the events of the previous episode. 11 is still recovering from her injuries, and Mike is struggling to come to terms with the fact that Will is still missing.
Wait, this sounds like it's rewriting the
It's
episode
probably writing a real episode
that's already been seen.
Meanwhile, Hopper and Joyce are still trying to figure out what the Mind Flayer is and how to stop it. They have enlisted the help of Dr. Owens and a scientist from the Department of Energy, but they are still no closer to finding a solution. The Mind Flayer, this could be just an episode that they wrote.
I think it's an episode they wrote.
Yeah.
Sounds like we've already seen this.
And I think Vecna's still alive because remember when they killed him, but he was gone.
Well, he was gone, but then all of a sudden in the other world, not the Upside Down, the other world, all of a sudden they had that Mind Flayer guy there. Yeah. So he's still, something's going on there.
Yeah.
With that guy, and the whole town split. Remember that with the big.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole town went.
Yep.
This
I can't think of it.
Are you all into this chat GPT?
I'm into all these chat things. It's really crazy.
This is the thing with the writer strike. I mean, aren't they scared for that? Because here's the deal. I mean, I understand maybe they don't. Maybe they're trying to get. It was funny. We were talking on this on part of the intermission last night too. And we're gonna do more of a deep dive into it because I don't quite understand what they're all asking for.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, I know there's some streaming issues with them getting some residuals and stuff from that, but. We're kind of in a recession, and with the AI the way it is, it's kind of aren't they worried that they might be
that's
replaced?
Part of it, and it's part of it, right? Yeah, that's a big part of it. The strike was over a number of issues, including residuals, payments that writers receive when their work is rerun or streamed. They want to increase the amount of residuals that the writers receive.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that writers are paid fairly for their new work for streaming services and online platforms. And here's the thing, it's tough. The other one was AI, making sure that studios are not being replaced with cheap labor or AI. It is pretty interesting because you're right. Like, and it's hard for me to know because I'm not part of the Writers Guild. I have friends who are currently on strike. So I would like to actually ask them.
Yeah.
Because I do understand that, like, I understand two parts of this. One is all these streaming services aren't making much money. So, So, they're going to say, hey, look, we can't pay you that much. So I understand that. Now, they're also saying they want to essentially make the same amount of money that they would have made if they were writing for like network TV. Because network TV, you make more money. They're saying, but hey, most of our stuff isn't on network, but we still want to make that amount of money. So I get that. On the other side of the coin, I guess I could say, yeah, but these studios aren't making money on this stuff. So you can't expect to be, supply and demand.
It's the whole blood out of a turnip thing, right?
Right. However, at the same time, I also have to say, though, well, I don't know how much if actors are getting paid a ton of money.
Yeah.
They're getting residuals, and the studio's making money, and everybody, but then the writers are the only ones getting screwed. That's a problem, right? So it's like, well, look, if the writer is making $100,000 for that episode, the actor's making $500,000. Like,
well, some of them made $1 million. Like I think Patrick Stewart was making upwards or over $1 million for that episode, right? Picard. Yeah.
So there is a thing that happens where it's like, I get what they're saying. They're saying, well, look, but you have money to pay all these other people. Why can't you pay us?
Yeah.
So I get that. However, I also get that that's kind of one of the things with the unions, though. It's like, well, because there is a union that says, here is the amount of pay that the minimum pay, like that's the amount of pay that people can pay you. Like now, if you're Patrick Stewart, he could get the minimum as a an equity or whatever a union actor.
Yeah.
However,
SAG.
However, he pulls in a bigger audience, so he can demand more money. And I'm sure Aaron Sorkin demands more money.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of I understand that it's like, well, random writer number 5 on a show saying I want more money. That's fair. I could be. I don't really know because of maybe the gaffer's making too much money. Like, I don't know because that's one of the things with unions is there is a set amount of pay. So you can't. And when there is a minimum pay, studios can pay you the minimum pay. You have less negotiating power as an individual. So that's what's tough about it. So like as for an individual, it makes it harder to negotiate, but it makes it easier to negotiate as a whole. I don't know. I think there's a lot of ins and outs with that. It is tough though. But when it comes to AI, that's a scary thing because I just imagine on set writers. There's on a set you have a script, and on set they always have somebody there who's helping rewrite things. That can easily be replaced with an AI, I think. And it wouldn't be as good. I'm not saying it's going to be good, but over time, these are going to get better and better and better and better, which is very scary.
Well, and I think at the same time, too, you have a public who their expectations lowers. So in other words, because people are used to, like you're saying, like a show like Better Call Saul, it's great writing and all this and that. And then, if all of a sudden things just kind of minimally just go down, down, and you got AI, then pretty soon AI comes in, and then people are just used to kind of crap.
Exactly.
And they're not, and so, yeah.
It is a thing. Now, I also imagine, this is kind of where general capitalism would work, is that, let's say they're saying, AI, have a bunch of, Netflix starts using AI for all their writing, and it becomes crap. Well, then people are going to, and then another studio says, you know what, forget that. I'm going to hire a bunch of writers and write good content. Well, we're all going to gravitate towards the good content eventually.
Sure. Yeah.
So there is a bit of that as well. So this is there's definitely two sides to this. I am not in the middle. I don't really understand all the ins and outs, so I can't speak to it exactly.
Sure, yeah.
But I kind of see both sides of this, where I go, well, it's tricky because, they're not making any money right now. So there's, like you said, you can't pay people who have no money.
Yeah. Hollywood seems, I'll tell you, that kind of lifestyle, I mean, of course, everybody just sees the actors or maybe even the directors that get kind of a lot of the credit and stuff.
Right.
But I'll tell you, living down there and working on these projects for everybody else, I mean, from what I hear, it's like literally, I mean, you have to just, you work when you can, you save everything you can, and then you just, and then there'll be some downtime till next project, and so you just kind of got to wait it out. And then, I mean, I don't know if I could live like that.
No, it's a tough life.
It is a tough existence.
I have friends who are writers. Sometimes they're like working on multiple shows and doing all these test scripts, and they're like living like great. And then I'll talk to them again. They're like, oh my gosh, we're just waiting for that next project. So we're just, so they're saving. They have to save when when things are good. You save because you might not work for 2 years.
Wow.
So you just gotta.
Which some people might think, oh, that sounds cool, but I mean,
It's also nerve-wracking because you don't
Can you
know
imagine?
if you're going to get that next job.
Yeah.
Just scary. So you almost, 2 or 3 years in, you're going, do I start something else? But you don't know because maybe your script gets picked up. You don't want to just abandon it if tomorrow you're going to get, your
and competitive.
Yeah.
Super
rough.
competitive. How are writers... When they're striking, they're all together in solidarity.
Right.
Do you have any insights on as far as writers that once the strike's over, are they all one big happy family, or are they basically
cutthroat? Of course,
cutthroat. Yeah.
That's how it is.
So, yeah.
That's
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do.
Well, let's see. We can go to the let's go to the B story. That's kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, let's do that. In the headlines, we got some in the headlines news here.
In the headlines.
Hey, are you able? You can read, right?
I hope so. Public school. Come on.
All right, here we go. This is a segment called Little Miss Lucy Reads the Headlines.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Here we go. Right up here.
What's that headline say?
Massive bee swarm injuries 2 people in
Encino.
Whoa, nice.
That's a
Good
city.
job.
Encino. So injures 2. Yeah, massive bee swarm injures.
So tell us
2
what's
people.
going on. We'll let the doorman take this one. The doorman and the Little Miss.
Well, so no, I guess they had an incident where they had these bees. So it started around 4:15 p.m. on this. What's it called?
They're very specific. 4:15 p.m. on the 17100 block of Adlin Road.
That's one specific thing, right? The fire department shows up, and they were reporting, people getting stung by these bees. Apparently, I guess they said there were thousands of bees that were swarming in the area, and the residents were urged to stay inside and wait for the beekeepers, animal control, to show up. They said that somehow this hive, I guess, there was a hive that ended up in this house, but somehow these things got agitated. I don't know. It's the strangest thing.
It's interesting. There's so many bees, and they were just attacking everybody. They had to shut down the roads.
Yeah, they told everybody to stay inside because they were. It says this a quote here is that this is such an active hive. They're so aggressive. There's so many bees, and they look like they have a fairly well established hive. So apparently something we don't. There's no explanation here. There were just thousands of bees. These things, something agitated them, and they went crazy. They even attacked. There were 2 people injured. I think one of them was a volunteer police person, and I think they were controlling traffic or something. And they say the bees started swarming him. He fell down and he hit his head. Also, a side note, I was wondering too. They were saying something about that when they got a closer look at the bees, they were wearing red baseball caps.
Oh, really?
Make America great again. And they said the one bee, as the officer fell, the one bee said, I don't know. I forgot. Sorry.
Whoa. Jeez. There we go. Sorry.
There we go. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. It's a crazy situation. I just thought it was a funny story here that all these bees were attacking. This reminds me, though, they used to have movies in the 70s it was one movie in particular called The Swarm. And it was about these, I think it was African killer bees or something that had gotten over in the States. Mm-hmm. And they were literally just like, I just remember the scene where like a person was driving their VW Bug and these bees just were coming in they were trying to block the air vents and they were coming inside and like they crashed a car or something and these things were just swarming them and got them. And it was like this crazy story. That's what this reminded me of.
It's funny because, they always talk about a bee colony collapse.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Bee colony, and we've went over this on an earlier episode. They're saying all the bees are dying. There's no more bees, bee colony collapsing. But the truth is, and I put this in show notes, I can do it again. Here's another one right here. Bee colonies in the United States have actually increased 8% per decade. So we actually have an increase in bee colonies. So this whole idea of bee colony collapse is actually not true.
Yeah. Fake news?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a fake.
I remember what I was gonna say. They said that one of them, as the guy was getting knocked down to the ground by a bee, he was saying, "This is MAGA country."
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know. No, I don't know what's going on with the bees here and why they're so out of control.
Yeah, and I'll actually hear it just so you guys know.
But they killed them.
I know. They said they sprayed some pesticides that released a smell that deters bees from returning.
Oh, is that what they said? I thought they said I saw the pesticide, but yeah.
And here's an article nobody wants to believe when I say that bee colony collapse is not real. Here's an article from the American Council on Science and Health. It says the bee collapse is never real, and here's why. And it shows that actually honey-producing U.S. bee colonies have increased since 1995. So we're fine.
Why would they put out information that there's a bee colony collapse?
It's because it gives you more control. When there's bee colony collapse and everybody's freaking out about it, what does that let you do? It lets you put in more regulations. It lets you put in, oh my gosh, fear. There's bee colony collapse.
But to what end is my question. I mean,
same reason they're telling us the world's ending in 10 years.
Climate change and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Now you've had a run-in with bees before, have you?
Yep.
And what happened?
Oh my gosh, did you get stung?
I was walking on the backyard, and it was a really hot day. So I was going to go on my slide, but then I stepped on a bee.
You stepped on a bee, and she got...
On my foot.
And she got stung.
My foot.
And what did you say?
Rough.
You're like, Daddy. And she's like, I think my foot hurts or something. And I go, oh, okay, we'll just walk it off, right?
Yeah.
She's like, no, I think I got stung or something. Yeah.
That's rough.
And you had a little stinger in your foot.
That's happened to me actually in my old backyard. I was playing on a swing and stepped right on a bee. And then it's a true story. My sister came over to help me, and then she stepped on a bee.
No way.
So both of us were hurt by this bee.
Well, and I remember when I was a kid, I went and got in my dad's pickup truck, and I actually sat on one. Got me right in. He got me right in the butt.
Right in the tushkas.
Yeah. Had a little stinger in my butt.
Ew.
Had to take out.
Yeah.
But I was worried because I think my dad is allergic to them. So I was worried, that I would, but I didn't have a reaction.
Yeah.
But those things can cause.
Who took it out?
I did.
Ew.
I had to take it out. But you're with those bee stings. I mean, they can be serious because if you have a reaction, I mean, and you don't have an EpiPen or something, you're in big trouble.
My nephew has a severe bee allergy, so each of us have to have an EpiPen at our house just in case.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now I told you a story before. Now when they were knocking down the old Clovis hospital or haunted house they already knocked down the hospital I think at that point, but they had the old haunted house there on Clovis Avenue. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they would do the haunted house every year and stuff. And then when they finally knocked it down,
they
were like, we were out there, and my wife and I were, oh, the poor thing. And then a friend of ours' mom came, and then all of a sudden these bees just showed up. They must have been in the house. Showed up, started swarming, and they actually stung her.
No way.
Yeah. We avoided it, but they actually stung
bees,
her. It was crazy. I those haunted bees.
Yeah, you gotta be this haunted bees. You gotta be careful. Okay, let's do some entertainment.
They said this is haunted country.
That's great.
Oh my gosh,
this is haunted country.
What is this? Let's do. What is this Brickfest? Is this?
Okay, so this is cool, and I was gonna talk to Marty about this because I thought he would be really really intrigued. Brickfest is a it's a big Lego thing.
Ooh, that looks like fun.
Yeah, brickfestlive.com. Link in the show notes. Of course, the link isn't working. Checking if the site connection is secure.
Is it secure?
Yeah.
So it's a Lego. It's a big Lego.
Yeah, it's a
festival,
non-official Lego festival. It's a brick festival.
Now you're saying online?
No, it's not. It's Brickfest Live.
Brickfest Live is like it's going to be in person then.
Yeah, their website isn't working.
Would you go?
Live.
Maybe everybody's checking it out right now.
Yeah, everybody's listening to us, and they're like, "Oh my!"
Are we doing a live feed here?
So Brickfest Live. It's going to be at the convention center. Let's see here.
The Fresno Convention Center.
Of course, I can't.
It's a general
July
admission.
22nd.
Okay.
Let's see here. Fresno Convention Center. See the most life-size models. Engage with the most hands-on attractions. Build a Guinness World Record-setting mosaic. They're trying to set up. So if you're part of that, you can go in there and put a brick in there.
You'll be in the record books.
Yeah, you can shop hard-to-find Lego merchandise. Children 2 and under are free.
Would you go to that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, because Legos, you're not really into Legos too much anymore, huh? You used to be more into them.
Yeah, I think my cousin would be more interested.
Which
in
one?
It than me.
Your cousin, yeah.
Jason.
Yeah, he likes the Legos.
Yeah, I think it would be cool to see.
Would you go to that?
If it
Max?
was, I think if it was under, it's like $20 a person. So
yeah,
for
it's a little
for $40 for my wife to get in, I won't go to it.
Oh.
If it was like $8 just to go walk around and see it, I'd probably go.
Yeah.
But like $40, I'm not really.
Not really. Then.
Yeah. If I was like way into Legos, I could imagine.
I'll bet you Stu's going. I'll bet you.
It would make sense for somebody like that. He's into it. He's good at building Legos and crafts and things.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. I can imagine it being cool. Here's another one called the Foodie-licious, the ultimate Fresno foodie event. This is next week, May 27th. It's going to be at Fresno Street Eats in River Park. This event has it all. The best food trucks in town, pop-up vendors, artisan makers, there's many great restaurants. It's the food epicenter of Fresno, they say. I don't know. It's 11 to 8 p.m. Admission is free. This is May 27th. So, yeah, it's just apparently, that's all they say. It's going to have all the food trucks, some pop-up vendors, and also the restaurants will be out there. So it's going to be just
Where is it at again?
River Park.
River Park, okay.
Yeah.
This isn't the one they do, because don't they have one down like a throwdown, food truck throwdown at Tuchansi?
They do. This is not that. This is the Foodie-licious.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, the Foodie-licious.
Would you go to this?
No. If I'm gonna be honest with you, here's the thing. I would. It's so hot. I don't know. And there's gonna be a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I don't like people. What about you? Would you be interested in this?
No.
No? Do you like people?
No.
Yeah. It seems like
well, at least she's honest. I know you like this one though.
Yeah, tell me about this.
Yeah, why don't you read this one here? You can read that headline. What does that say?
Kingdoms of Asia at Fresno Chaffee Zoo to open in June.
Yeah. Whoa. We're waiting for that one, huh?
Here, give me this. Can you read this part here?
Right there.
The zoo says it will house new exhibits for
Malayan
tigers, Komodo dragons, sloth bears, Asia songbirds, and more.
Yeah.
Wow. That should be kind of cool.
Yeah, we've been watching that thing. They've been building it for the last couple of years, huh?
Yeah.
We walk by it all the time, huh?
Do you think it's really going to open on June 3rd?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
Yes.
Really?
I think. Well, no, we have already. Unless they have for zoo members, which
Maybe.
you can get yours, Max. You're a zoo member now.
Yeah.
They gave us pre-tickets, so you can actually go in and check it out.
How do I get those pre-tickets? They just show up?
They're free. If you're a zoo member, you punch in your membership number, and then you just request what day you want to go.
Where do you do that, though? Website?
It's the website, yeah.
When are you going?
Boy, I don't know. I think we're going the 29th. I think. I'd have to ask.
I don't think it's going to open on June 3rd.
You don't think so? Why?
No, because there's a long time to build. I think it's going
It's they're still under construction, you think?
Yeah.
Last time I was there,
Yeah.
there's a lot of construction still going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it may not be fully. Maybe they're going to open
Part
it.
of it.
Yeah, it may not be fully done when they open it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about this, though. I think this is a very cool thing for the zoo and for Fresno.
Yeah.
To get this Kingdoms of Asia going. Now, I necessarily did not agree with the Measure Z, and I know you're not a fan of that either.
Not a fan.
But at least the money is going into the zoo. I mean, they are able to do this stuff, right? So that is at least that's a good thing coming out of the Measure Z funds, right? Don't you think?
Sure.
I know. I was waiting for you to go off on a rant. I'm setting you up for the rant.
I feel like here's the thing: they could have done it anyways. We keep on increasing Measure Z. If we saw, I would like to see how much it cost to build this Kingdoms of Asia.
Oh, I'm sure it was overpriced.
A lot of money.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Over 1,000.
Over 1,000. Oh my gosh! Do you really think so? That's a lot. I'm thinking it probably cost them $38 million.
Wow. $38 million. And a lot of it went to that facade.
I think $1 billion.
What do we call it? The Fresno Chaffee Zoo Temple of Doom, huh?
I think it costs $1 billion.
It looks like an
$1
Indiana.
billion. Holy smoke!
It looks like an Indiana Jones ride. It's pretty cool. The facade,
I think it's gonna cost more than that.
You do?
$1 billion.
Billions of dollars.
More than billion.
Oh
like
my
1,000
gosh.
million.
Have you been to the Animal Ambassador Complex at the Chaffee Zoo?
No.
Let's look. I want to see what this is.
I think you have to. Yeah, you have to buy special tickets for that, don't you?
Where was it?
It's at the zoo. It's called Animal Ambassador.
I'd like to
Complex.
see how this looks. What
did
is
they
this?
Is it open?
Let's see. Yeah, it opened in 2021.
Okay.
Let's just take a look at what the Animal Ambassador Complex is. Does anybody know what this is?
No.
No.
It's a building.
Yeah, I've seen the building.
Is it just a building?
There's a building. Yeah, they built a nice new building, but I just thought it was for offices or something. But let's see. What do you got? We're trying to look here for
I'm
it.
trying to find a picture, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Well, if we can find a picture of it. Oh, here it is. Look at it. It is a. Make sure everybody sees this here.
All
Let's see if
right.
we can open this.
Oh my gosh, it's loading.
Loading. Oh, Fresno Bee.
Oh, the bee has got us
You're
again.
killing me. Okay, it looks like the Animal Ambassador Complex is this like this little building, right?
Well, it's a little building where I guess you can. Well, it sounds like you can go in there and they'll probably take you through a tour and show you how they take care of the animals and introduce you, get a little more. Because I know they have special tours and stuff they can do, and during the summertime, I think there's these little camps that the kids can go to, and where they. So I think
I guess I'm interested to see what this is because it's hard for me to tell what this is.
What are you getting at here?
My
though?
point is that this is. Thank you for getting me back on track.
Well, no. I'm just wondering.
Is it? Is that it's just a single? It looks like a single building.
Yeah.
And that building cost them $3.3 million.
Yeah.
So my point is that here's the thing. This building did not cost $3.3 million. I mean, it cost them $3.3 million.
But did it really cost them?
But come on. That's what
But that's the way everything's inflated now, right?
No, it's insane. So that's what my issue is. It's like Measure Z, yeah, that's fine, but
But here's the other thing too. A lot of times with these, with anything you do anymore, it's probably not necessarily the building. The building's probably half that cost, but the rest of it is all the regulations you have to pay for, right? You have to pay for all these permits and inspections and this and that. That's probably where a lot of that money goes too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't agree with it, but, it's kind of like, what do you do as a zoo, right? You're stuck.
Yeah, I know.
Stuck paying that, or they close you down.
I guess my issue is that like what people should do is kind of fight against it. Is kind of my point.
Well, yeah, like you've made the point before that they listen, we shouldn't have to pay for the parks because we pay for it in our tax money,
right?
And I think you're saying as far as the Measure Z, in which I agree. I mean that should come out of the gate fees, whatever they're charging people to go into the zoo, not being taxed on it.
Oh, here it is. I found it. Here's an actual image. Okay. Open image.
We're looking at the image now. I'm sure he'll post it in the show notes.
That's it. There's the Animal Ambassador Complex.
Okay.
$3.3 million.
That can't be. I mean, there has to be a building included in that. You're just showing a bunch of cages.
This is it.
Basically the zoo.
That's it. $3.3 million.
That's nuts.
That's my issue with this stuff. It's like if we knew how much things actually cost.
It's like if people, it's like if they have the money there, they're going to spend it. And, it's like, well, let's get top of the line stuff. And then
or hire expensive people. Or we have to get people who have these certain things. Or, it's just, I don't know. It's just, that's the thing. Like, if we knew how much money this stuff actually cost us versus how much it needs to cost, we wouldn't be keeping on giving this. Also, don't make me pay for parking. That's ridiculous. It just makes me so angry.
Uh-oh. You know what that means? The show is over.
We want to say thank you so much to our very, very special guest, Little Miss Lucy. Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this real quick before we go. Do you enjoy the zoo?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh, no.
I thought you were going to say yes for sure.
Oh, see? It's because
enjoy it.
It's because it costs her too much tax dollars.
That's what it is.
She's listening.
I don't know about that, the Doorman.
Oh. Okay, here we go. We got a new review from Blau Blitzen on Apple Podcasts. Great episode, number 177. I really enjoyed this episode. Informative and insightful, as usual. Miss Knobs was amazing, especially considering she was brought into the conversation cold. Everyone's comments on marriage were great. Great insights on marriage and raising children. Hey, guys, thank you so much for leaving the review. It was a 5 stars, another 5-star review. I want to let you guys know on Apple Podcasts, we have a perfect 5-star review.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Go in there. Give us another one. Tell your friends. We appreciate it.
We definitely do.
We love you all. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. You want to take us out?
No.
Little Lucy?
There it is.
No.